Hello, hello. Yes, I'm extremely, very, very terribly late. I do apologize. I do apologize. Not really. I was really hot and I was just lying in bed going, it is way too hot to stream. It is way too hot to stream. Now the sun is properly gone and it's actually bearable. I still have a fan pointing right at me though. But yeah, no, it gets so hot in my house, it's ridiculous. It's a little bit like an oven in here, which is not ideal. So yeah, I started getting ready for stream maybe 15 minutes ago. Sorry. And this is because my hair was not cooperating. So I was like, you know what? We're doing a half updo because that will make it easier to live with. And keep it out of my face mainly. But I'm wondering if I should do something with these bits here. Doubtful though, because you know, stream has already started. Yeah, y'all don't often see me with like a half updo. For some reason, I always feel like it makes my face shape look very different. But I'm not sure why. Like, what's the difference between my hair being fully down, fully up, which is what y'all usually see, and then, sorry, you usually see fully down, but sometimes you see fully up, and then there's this option that I don't know why, I feel like it changes my face shape. Weird. Hi, Domination. You have a job today, blah, 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 blah. Domination, and that is to help me find the find the Mickeys that I'm missing in Olympus and in Monstropolis. So yes. Also, my camera is aiming like over there. I don't know why. Hi, camera. I considered putting on the red lipstick that I told y'all about yesterday, but then I was like, yeah, no, this outfit doesn't go with a red lipstick, so we'll leave it for some other time. But I do really want to start using that red lipstick. It's a shame to let it go to waste, like, and just use it one time. Like, that feels like a shame. So I need excuses to... Maybe next time I'm wearing one of my red dresses, because I have, like, red summer dresses. 2 of them. Maybe when I wear them. Yeah, that might be an option. I feel like I'll look ridiculous with red lips on stream, though. Am I the only one who thinks that I'll look ridiculous? I know these Mickeys the least, but I'll do my best. Well, you know them better than I do, so that's something. Right, let's actually start playing, because yesterday I spent like 20 minutes talking. Today we're going to make up for it, and I'm also super late. So we're going to make up for it. I feel so lazy. Like, I love summer holiday, because I finally get to relax and everything slows down and everything. But I also feel so lazy sometimes. Like, I have done nothing. I mean, I've been prepping some materials for, Oh, actually, let's see which treasure chest we're missing as well. I've been prepping some materials to make a top or a dress. I'm not clear which of the two I'm doing yet. Right, we're missing 4. Okay, eyes open, people. I can't remember what we're saying. Something about being lazy. And we got the one down there, so that must be the first 4. And then for Mickey's, we have, or Lucky Emblems. I love how I don't call them by their name. The 4th one, which would already be beyond the doors. Okay. We're going to assume yes. Let yourself be lazy. It's okay. Your life is usually chaotic. Chaotic? My life? I don't know what gave you that impression. Nomination. Not me starting stream and saying, oh, I've been awake since 6 a.m. It's now 10 p.m. And I haven't stopped or sat down all day. Okay, no pictures can be taken here, so there's no Mickeys here. Hey! Whee! Super fast! Right. Anyone else? No. Right. Haven't we already got the next? Yeah, I don't remember where that is. Yes, I do. Okay. Hey, Hank. How are you? How you doing? And hey, Radio. How you doing? Radio, are you any good at makeup? Can you teach me? I don't remember if you're any good at makeup. There's nothing here. Well, there can't be any Mickeys, and there's clearly no treasures, so... How to work barbecue was gezellig. But for my body, it's a lot. Definitely gonna feel that one. Well, as long as you had a nice time, that's good. And then just take it easy the rest of the day. Like, pace yourself. I could have just appeared here. Oh well. Anyway. This is still not Mickey area, so... Here we go. Explore the world and look for lucky emblems. That's exactly what I'm doing, as a matter of fact. More like rest of the weekend. Okay, well, rest of the weekend then. Let's run into that one. I may have been a bit too early. For example. Oh wait, no, there's another one. Oh, okay, never mind. We don't care, apparently. You don't really have to aim for this. But my buffer card though, if I feel too bad from it tomorrow, I'll cancel the gym Monday to compensate. Okay. So we have this one. So it's after... Ah! Hello? Lost MP. We like lost MP. already got both of them? Are there no more? There are no more. Oh well. Hold on, radio. I'll read your message in a sec. Sorry. Only just saw. What do you need? I need... What did I ask? I need advice on how to do liquid eyeshadow on hooded eyes. My eyes. Collie asked me about the burnout thing, how it worked. He was curious if some of the effects could be mental effects. But it's an interesting question because to the best of my knowledge, it's not the case. But if that's a blind spot, how do I even know? You go to YouTube and look for a tutorial. I mean, burnout is partly mental strain. It's not only physiological or physical. I know radio has the best advice. There is a mental element to burnout as well. It's just the effects of it are felt more physically than, I mean, mentally as well. You notice it a lot, but the fatigue and everything, they're typically considered to be more physical symptoms, which is not necessarily the case. What should I do? Should I go in the lift? Let's go in the lift, because that's new territory for us. The voice of wisdom. Oh, wise one. You're married again, by the way. Guess who I'm meeting tomorrow morning? It wouldn't happen to be someone with a certain smiley face. Please tell me no. Did you officiate their wedding, Mace? Well, we have a running joke here that domination is a bad boyfriend to, or husband to radio. Well, both of them, really. They keep fighting each other all the time. So, no Mickeys? Nothing for me to work with? The slander, unbelievable. I mean, I'm sorry, Domination. I was Radio's friend before yours. Loyalty goes a long way, you know? Oh, whoops. Do you know what? Cannot be bothered. One second, Hank. I'll read your message in a minute. Right, this is all new territory for us, and I'm still not seeing any Mickeys. Come on. Not in the logo. I need more treasure chests and more Mickeys. Come on. I'm sad. They're unfair to me. And I have hiccups. Wonderful. I love my life right now. Well, now I don't know my way around. That's the issue. I guess we just work our way back until... I'm very, very sure I looked everywhere here. Also, let's just have a look. Messages, messages, messages. A very questionable smiley face. Yeah. Indeed. Extremely questionable. I did a virtual wedding once as a joke between a player and the chatbot of my server. They asked the chatbot to marry, and I saw the chatbot respond yes. Joined the server, started playing wedding music, and officiated them. Fun. Radio doesn't tell you his dark secrets. Imagine if they got out. What dark secrets? Please enlighten them. I mean... Oh, I should probably empty my... Oh, I'm okay. For a while. I know all of Radio's dark secrets. That's the thing, so it doesn't matter for me. Oh, now you're trying to be the good one. Domination. Okay, well, I guess we go the other way around. I insist. Now.
Don't worry, the fire's been out for a while.
Yeah, that's wonderful and all. But I would... Why do you spawn so far from the door? Unfair. When you're looking for Mickeys in life. Like, they really could hide them anywhere. If anyone knows where there is one, tell me. ¡Hey, Luca! ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? El otro día estuvo Naxi por aquí también ayer. Ayer, de hecho. Estuvimos hablando de los viejos tiempos. ¿Cómo estás? Thank you, Hank. You need to stop giving subs to non-existent people. Wait, hold on. Have your streams ever turned into impromptu couples therapy when both people in a relationship join? No. I mean, we have the running joke about domination and radio, but I don't think any couple has ever watched. I guess Babul when he had a girlfriend, but it would only ever be Babul typing in chat. It wouldn't be both of them typing in chat. Who says they don't exist? The poor people are going to be so confused if they do exist. Todo bien, me estoy matando buscando una carpeta que instalé en mi PC, pero no la ubico. Whoopsie. Ánimo. Es lo único que te puedo decir. Nice one. Ah, right, there's new areas that I can access now because the fire's out. Okay. And I need to get a picture of a CDA agent. Also. Now, if anyone sees anything Mickey looking, you have to shout at me. And the reason I'm using Blizzard so much is because... What's going on? Why are we screaming? Sometimes my joke subs join. It's rare though, but I once gifted... You said scream of Mickey. Well, where's a Mickey? Where is there a Mickey? I'm not moving. Tell me. Somewhere for sure. Radio? I'm not only going to unmod you, I am going to ban you. Oh, hi, CDA agent. I like you. You're my friend. Nice. Hehe, hello.
The fire has been extinguished. Thank you for the help.
You wouldn't dare. Try me. I got to drive now, so I can't help. Oh no. I did see a Mickey earlier. I have quite a few. I think we're looking in this range right now. Like these last three. I don't know if they're macro, if they're micro, if they're perspective. Like, it's so difficult to tell.
Hey, I think that's a lucky emblem.
What? Where? Who? Don't tell me it's the barrels. It's not the barrels. No.
Hey, nice camera. Take one of me.
Don't wanna. What do you mean a lucky emblem? Where is this lucky emblem? Oh!
Let's see.
Found it.
Nice.
Specific. I told you I'm so good. Hey, Batu. The one in chat I gift sub. Hank? That's a dad joke? You may depart. Now I see Mickey's too. Ah! That's gone again. You must keep the menu open, otherwise it disappears. Funny. Where does that one show in the list? That's an important detail. So that's the last one. Okay, everyone, on high alert from now on. Also, what are we customizing? What have I supposedly acquired? Oh, Mega Elixir. Okay. Ah, the Thunder Cufflink. Ooh, also, the treasures. Why don't the treasures I've discovered show up like an exclamation point? Okay, so also working backwards with the treasures. Gotcha. What if we just like typing ah? Then I will never rely on chat ever again because y'all are mean to me. Do you still rely on us? Sometimes I do, yeah. Y'all are here to help me. Why else are you here? To be entertained? Because if you're wanting to be entertained, I would recommend a different streamer if you want entertainment in life. If you want a pretty face, however... I'm here to mock you and flirt with domination. Oh, by the way, have fun tomorrow. Smiley faces aside, have fun tomorrow. Is relying on chat an effective coping mechanism? No, it is not. It is quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. It is a terrible coping mechanism. Nothing perspective based. Oh. Oh, trust me, I will. I would say give me all the details after, but no, please don't. I'm good. My imagination can fill the gaps. I assume you'd have to backtrack, or are they guaranteed to be in this room? No, we're going through the whole world. So the only knowledge we have is that they show up in the gallery in chronological order in the world as you move through the world in the first playthrough, because obviously then or like the first time you come to the world there's a story that you're following, of course. So they show up in the order that you are likely to be in that place. So knowing that this one that we just took is the absolute last one and we're working backwards in the world, we're going from the end of the world to the beginning of the world, these two should be next. And then when we get here and we're missing one of these, then we know we've gone too far. That's the only guarantee we have. And the treasures is pretty much the same thing. They show up sort of in the order that you're in the different places. Sometimes I kind of see it in the shadows, but it's not a properly clear one. Well, I will give you examples. They can be on walls. They can be like that, where it's perspective. Wall. That is part of the scenery. Part of the scenery. Like, some of them are really, really hidden. That is a cloud in the shape of a Mickey. Here they were slightly easier. They were all pretty much stamped except for the plates. Some of these were a bit tricky. This, oh, not that one. This one especially, those 3 disco balls. If you moved to a different part of the room, the disco balls would be like a meter apart. You had to be in that specific spot to see them, or to see the Mickey. So yeah, it's generally they're things like this where they're just marks on the wall, but occasionally they go and do things like that or that or that. Which, by the way, that was the hardest Mickey for me to find ever. Yeah, but all the examples are properly round. This chamber you're in has it kind of, but it's definitely not properly round. Then it's not. Jesus Christ. What, radio? What? What? Did someone clip that? Someone should have clipped that. Come on. Did we get the Mickey? We did get a Mickey, yeah. We got the final Mickey. Now we're working backwards from there. You. Okay, a bit slower would have been good, but... Okay, not quite what I wanted, but okay. Hey, come on. That's the one I want. Ah! Hey. Radio is mod, so he gets to do the work like clipping. That's why he makes the big bucks. Uh-huh. Sure. Right. Let's try that again. Oh, for God's sake, really? From here? Have we at least saved the picture? We don't have the...
We have you guys to thank for saving the company. Couldn't ask for better friends.
The heck? I like how I'm standing on it and he says nothing.
Here goes nothing.
Let's see.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it does not register. From that angle, it's not properly round. That's probably why. Yeah, probably. And they like their perspective-based stuff. Remind me again why I decided to play this game in crit? Where everything kills me with 2 hits?
I bet you there's a lucky emblem here.
No, really. How dare you tarnish the logo with a bad angle. I know. How dare I indeed. Because you're done. Thanks! Thanks. You remember all those times I stayed up late studying with you? And I was the best friend you could have ever had?
Over here, Sora.
Aw. I still need to get 10 enemies with a Scream Strike. Which is not happening. That was close. Oh, nice one! I'm so good at this game. I am the best. For real, but you're not useful to me anymore, so... Emotional support. And a pretty face. I'm joking, I love you too, Radio. And I know you love me. It's okay. Are you generally completionist in your games? I am, yeah. Right. I have been, but I traditionally have, or throughout my life, I've only ever really played in normal mode. But Kingdom Hearts, for example, does have some interesting little things where you have to play in Proud or Crit. So that's forced me to brave the to brave the scary world of the harder modes. And I'm enjoying it. It gets very frustrating sometimes, but yeah. But yeah, like The Legend of Zelda, I played that, Breath of the Wild, I played that on normal, and I completed the whole thing. I feel like there would be one in here somewhere. Like from a a fire or something, like a fire mark, scorch mark is the word that I'm looking for. Or the combination of words that I'm looking for. Maybe not. Also, let me just check if I have... It doesn't tell me tell you how many you have actually done. That's a shame. Actually, that reminds me, have you ever played Stanley Parable? No, I have not. I've never even heard of it. Let it be known she does not need to be playing crit right now, but she enjoys pain. I thought you were driving. If you can save, you should save. I cannot. We need a save point for that. We're old school. Now we look at every face of these things. No. Nothing here. Are we declaring that there is nothing here? Are we all in agreement? Or is Meiskie just really extremely terribly blind? No perspective things. Nah, doesn't look like it. Okay, we're continuing. Ah, look, I can save. Aha. Oh, it's a fun one. What's a fun one? No more driving, just driving y'all crazy. Well, that was a short drive. Very American of you, well done. Driving from A to B.
Come in handy if we need to get back up.
I'm glad you think so. Right, macro Mickeys. That does not count, I assume. In that cabling? Seems like could be a good spot. Hi, Mr. CDA dude. Eh. Do y'all see a Mickey in there? I do not. So I declare this area. I was about to declare this area Mickey-less, but no.
I'll help you find the next one.
I'm gonna walk 45 minutes with my groceries instead. Well, that's the US for you. A 5-minute car drive should only be a 10-minute walk. One sec, Hank. I haven't read your message. An American walking? Yeah, make a wish fast. I could use the walking. I'm American, so therefore I'm 642 pounds. Jesus Christ. How much is that in kilos? Because I don't work in pounds. I work in kilos. Stanley Parable is a story-only kind of game. It tells a narrative, and you are the protagonist of that narrative. So he may say that you take the door on your left, except there's 2 doors, and you have the agency to take the wrong one. Throws the narrator off track, and it becomes a battle journey between you and the narrator. That sounds like a pretty cool concept. Radio knows his conversions because radio has a thing for y'all Americans. 110 pounds is 55 kilos. Jesus Christ, I'm not even 100 pounds. Así que unos 300 y pico. Jesus Christ. Hank, you nailed it. For me, groceries are a 5-minute walk, but I do have the option to alternatively go to the other store, which is a 5-minute walk. Exactly. That's Europe, except for where I live, because I live in the middle of nowhere. But the middle of nowhere is still only a half-hour drive, so... And you do your weekly shop in one go. But within the town where I do my food shop... I could do the food shopping in my village, I just choose not to. But within the town where I do my food shopping, like, you can walk from one end of the town to the other. You don't actually... Is the car sometimes quicker? Parking depending, it can be. But you could walk from one end of the town all the way to the other without needing a car at all. And that in Miami was inconceivable. Like, okay, yeah, Miami's a huge city. But even in Malaga City, like, all your center city stuff, whether it's the historic center or what they call the urban center, which is like the more modern area, like, all of that is walkable. You can get from the historic center to the urban center within 15 minutes walking. And it would probably take you like 20 minutes in the car, not including parking. And it's just like everything is connected to be able to walk. You would not be able to do that in Miami. Like, when I was there, just everything required a car, even a 5-minute trip down the road. Like, even to get our food shop, it was literally just to cross one road, but there was no zebra crossing. Like, there was no option for us to cross the road walking. So we had to get in the car to go from the campus, which was here, our dorm, to, you know, the edge of campus, shall we say, cross the road, go around, and then go into literally right opposite where we had come out of. And I was like, what is this madness? Like, it would take me less time to get there walking. Da, 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 da. To be fair though, one store got demolished and I have a 5-minute walk or a 10-minute walk. Wow. Stop pronouncing zebra wrong. Deal with it. I have a different grocery store 5 feet from me, but it's overpriced, so I drive 10 minutes to the other one, plus I was already running errands today. Just walk 20. Which is not possible in the US, because you need a car for everything, all the time, non-stop. It's ridiculous. That's probably my big pet peeve about Miami. It was the, and in general, New York is okay. Manhattan is okay-ish in that sense. San Francisco was not too bad, but LA and Miami and it's just Orlando, like, it's just not doable. You can't do anything without a car. It's ridiculous. If I want a cheaper store, I can do a 5-minute cycle instead. Ja. Ja. Met je fietstas. Ik ben volgende week in Nederland. Met mijn fietstassen. I'm proud of my gigantic carbon footprint. Do you have one of those, what they call gas guzzlers of a car? Oh, radio would certainly be interested. US is indeed ridiculously car-centric. Yes, it is. I mean, the whole country runs on that economy, so... Gezellig, familiebezoek, ja. Naar mijn oma toe. Ook mijn nichten en zo. I'll go back to English in a sec. I need to brush up on my Dutch. I haven't spoken Dutch in forever. Well, a couple weeks ago when my oma called. Ook mijn nichten. Ik heb 8 nichten in Nederland. Mijn broer is de enige jongen. En ik wil hun ook zien natuurlijk. Maar meestal ga ik voor oma. Ik heb een hele dichte relatie met oma. Dus... en vooral sinds opa was overleden in 2020. Dan probeer ik een beetje meer daar te zijn of haar te bellen en zo. Dat gaat niet zo goed dit jaar. Maar ja. Dus ja, ik heb 8 nichten. Mijn arme broer is de oudste en de enige jongen. Dus ja. En dan heb ik ook nog een vriend. Was onze overbuurjongen. Van toen we daar woonden. Wij hebben nog contact met hem. Dus ik ga hem en zijn vriendin en zijn dochter zien. En dan ook nog andere familievrienden. Die zijn net zoals een oom en tante voor mij eigenlijk. Hun zijn niet familie, maar het gedrag de relationship is wel zoals familie. Dus ik ga hun ook zien. En zij is heel erg ziek. Dus ja, ik weet niet of ik haar weer zie daarna. Want ik weet niet wanneer ik weer naar Nederland ga. Dus. Dus ja, ik ga naar Nederland volgende week. En ik heb mijn eigen fiets bij oma staan. Met mijn fietstassen. Ik ga altijd met mijn fietstassen overal naartoe. En ik ga patat met kroket eten. Oh, ik heb zo'n zin in patat met kroket. Oh. En echt een goede mayo. Of frietsaus, maakt me niet uit. Oh. She's having a stroke. I know, Dutch is a terrible language. No offense, Henk. Dutch is a terrible language. Like, it sounds really, really harsh. Prove in chat or you're lying. Do not prove that in chat, Domination. Is prima, ga ik ook in Nederlands chatten. Yeah, I know you prefer, you told me once you prefer English, but I do need to brush up on my Dutch. Oma gezellig naar Spanje overwinteren. Ja, oma komt naar Spanje 2-3 keer per jaar. Rond oktober komt ze meestal. Rond april, mei ook. Van de zomer niet, dat is haar veel te warm. Dus ja, ik zou zeggen, ze is hier 2 keer per jaar, ongeveer 3 weken elke keer. Dus ik zie haar redelijk veel, eigenlijk. Ik ga altijd minimaal 1 keer in het jaar daar naartoe. Meestal van de zomer, ook 5-7 dagen of zo. Toen we klein waren, bleven we altijd. We hebben 3 maanden zomervakantie van school hier in Spanje. Echt 3 maanden. 13 weken. En wij waren altijd in Nederland de hele zomer. Dus ik heb opa en oma heel veel gezien toen ik klein was. Heel veel. Tot mijn 16e ongeveer. Dan werd dat een beetje minder. Maar tot dan echt ja, 3 maanden per jaar waren we in Holland. Dus ja. En altijd bij opa en oma in huis. Er was net genoeg ruimte voor ons allemaal. Dus ja. Good old times in the old house. She doesn't have that house anymore. They sold it. It's a funny story actually. Not funny. It's really sad. But really coherent in a way. Actually, wait. Hold on. My opa, my Dutch granddad, my opa and oma, grandma and granddad, granddad and grandma, they had a house in my hometown, and they basically built that house themselves. There's a long story behind it, but they basically built the house themselves. That's where my dad grew up. My dad's younger brothers, his older sister, they all grew up in that house, with the garden and everything. And it was basically just like a little farmhouse, with a garden. It was very nice, and like a garage. And my opa, he loved it there. Like, he absolutely loved that house. And they had lived there for 48 years, which is a long time. And my opa, he always had this... Think of, like, the Godfather type leather chairs, like armchairs with, like, a high back and, like, slight, like, wings coming out sideways with, like, the metal studs in it. So, he had that. And it used to be brown back in the day, but over the years, and the thing was so comfortable, I have spent hours and hours and hours in that chair. But over the years, it went from brown to orange, and I'm talking like Holland orange, like our national color orange. It was so bad. Okay, maybe not quite the national color orange, but slightly more yellow. But it was still a pretty bad color, but that thing was so comfortable and he loved it. So that was like the one thing, because my Orma, she's very neat, she's very tidy, she likes to have things looking correct. It's not that, you know, if something has sentimental value and it's slightly broken, if it still looks okay, she doesn't mind that being there or anything. But when it's an absolute eyesore, she is like, no, this has to go. But that's the one thing that she never told him to get rid of. And yeah, they'd basically decided that they had to sell the house because it mostly the garden was getting too big for them. You know, they were in their late 70s, and you know, Olpa didn't want to leave, but he understood. He was like, yeah, no, this is getting too much. He had a really, really bad back. He broke his back when he was younger. He fell out of a tree and he broke his back. So he always had a lot of back pain and everything. The man, hold on, this is a story within a story. My Olpa broke his back by falling out of a tree, but was still able to walk and everything, just back pain a lot. And also the man had 7 heart attacks. He had his first heart attack when he was 43. And he died at 78, if I'm not mistaken, from the last heart attack. So yeah, anyway, they'd put the house up for sale, not in a rush to sell it, but they were like, okay, we're gonna have it up for sale, and you know, if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't sell, we can hold on a couple more years. That's okay. So eventually the house gets sold and they sign the papers. And you know, they're gonna have to start to look for somewhere to go and start packing up their things, and Olpa still didn't want to get rid of that chair. And 2 weeks after signing the papers, my Olpa had a heart attack, so he actually never had to leave the house. He never left that house, which he never wanted to do. And you know, at the time, obviously it was very sad, but even then, Olma said to me, she was like, I think it's better like this. He would not have been happy in one of the townhouses, like in a house that's closer to the town with the neighbors closer, and you know, he wouldn't have enjoyed that. He didn't like having people close to him. He's very much like my family, like my parents and myself and my brother in that sense. And Alma said, you know, like, it's actually a good thing that he died with the house and the chair, instead of being miserable in a new house and upset that he's not in the old one and everything. Because my Olpa was a very, very sentimental man, like really sentimental. And especially because he'd built that house himself. And like my Olpa, he was a carpenter. He did a lot of woodworking. That wasn't his job. He had other jobs, but that was his hobby. I can actually show you something he made. For me. But he was a carpenter, so there were a lot of wooden items. With it being a farmhouse, there were a lot of there was a lot of wooden detailing in the house. Like if anything had been carved or whatever, he was the one who had carved it. Like there's this big chest, like this big wooden chest for storage, that my Olma still has in her lounge now. He built the thing and carved the thing, you know. So he had so much attachment to that house. It was just nice in a way that he died with the house. It's obviously sad for all of us, and I really miss him. I really, really do. And I know Olma does as well. But yeah, it's nice that he got to stay with the house. I think the whole family agreed, like even, well, the cousins who were old enough to understand, because I'm the eldest, well, my brother, then me, and then there's 7 years between me and the next cousin. And my youngest cousin is now 11, So there's, you know, there's a big age gap between us. And like the ones who are old enough to understand that, they also agreed. My aunts and uncles, they all agreed. My parents as well. Like it actually was better for him to go with the house. So yeah, that's a nice little story. And then just as a little additional thing, at his not at his funeral, but like when you can go and see the person before the funeral, when they're in the coffin, Oma told us that all of the cousins, or anyone in the family, could write on the lid of the coffin, and he was going to be cremated. He was cremated. So all of the cousins wrote a little thing on his coffin for him. I have two cousins who draw a lot. So they drew little things on the coffin lid. One of my cousins just wrote that she loves him very much. I don't know, like we all wrote our own little thing, or we drew our own little thing. And I wrote the lyrics from John Denver's Country Roads Take Me Home, because I started listening to John Denver because of him, and Calypso was his favorite song. But I felt like Take Me Home Country Roads was a more appropriate one in this case. So yeah, I wrote just a little part of the lyrics, like in a little corner, and then all of that was cremated with him. So yeah, that was a really, really nice idea. I really liked that idea. They weren't like, oh no, it must be untouched and it has to be all perfect and everything. No, like Oma wanted us to leave our mark and to personalize it and do whatever we needed to do to be able to say bye to him. So yeah. Sorry, long story time. I will go back to reading chats. My car is pretty average. 2016 Chevy already tells me it's a gas guzzler. I was not having a stroke. Heb ook zo'n oom, was erbij gekomen toen mijn oma ging samenwonen met haar nieuwste man toen. Maar ze zijn toen niet getrouwd, dus technisch is die oom helemaal niet van ons. Oké, ja. Patatje oorlog? Nee, ik doe niet patatje oorlog. Ik doe patat met frietsaus. Nederlands en Engels maakt mij persoonlijk niet uit, maar als ik in het Engels chat ben ik beter te verstaan voor de andere chatters. Fair enough. They just make up sounds pretending to be having a combo. Ja. Nederlands is wel gewoon mijn moedertaal. Ja, snap ik. Eigenlijk, actually it's mine as well. It's my first words were actually in Dutch. Now it's the language that I speak the least and the worst. But my first words were in Dutch, then English, and then when I was 5 we moved to Spain. So Spanish was definitely last by quite a bit. But yeah, my first words were in Dutch. Very, very, very close in time with English though, because my mum's English, so she was always speaking to me and my brother in English. So if we said, I don't know, football, then like a week later we would be also saying the English version, like football. So yeah, there was not much difference, but technically I spoke Dutch before English. Normaal corrigeer ik geen taal, maar gezien dit een taaloefening is, het enige wat ik tot nu toe merk is dat je maand enkelvoud gebruikt in plaats van maanden. Dat kan best, ja. Ja, dat doe ik, inderdaad. Good shout. I'm not gonna remember, but good shout. Are you joining in, Domination? Like cheddar feet orange, kinda, yeah. Was your opa a cat? No, and he was actually more of a dog person than a cat person. He loved all animals, and they had cats, and he loved the cats, but he was always more of a dog person. With the 9 lives kind of thing. Yeah, I know. That man was ridiculous. Like, he used to drink, right? Back when he worked, he would drink 9 cups of coffee a day. He would smoke like 2 packs of cigarettes a day or more. And he would have a bit of alcohol. Alcohol isn't really his thing, but like he would have the occasional beer or whatever. And he ate way too much red meat, like way too much. So yeah, it's no wonder he had 7 heart attacks. The wonder is how he didn't die sooner. Like, I hate to say, like, it sounds really mean, but like genuinely, my dude, what the heck? And he had, I think he had a triple bypass. I know he had heart surgery at some point. But I was fairly young, and they tended to keep us out of the loop when anything happened, except for the last heart attack where they were kind of like, yeah, he's most likely not going to make it. Then they did. And also my brother and I were already adults and everything. But throughout our childhoods, we were pretty sheltered from his health problems in general. Like, we knew that he had had heart attacks before. But it was not like if he had a heart attack, we would, like, my brother and I would immediately know about it. And no, it would just be like maybe 2 weeks later, oh, you know, your Orpal was in hospital, but he's home now, everything's fine, kind of thing. So it feels like the soul had peace with it ending there, at least metaphorically. Yeah, exactly. It felt correct. Are you trying to make us all cry? No. Take me home to the place I belong. I did a couple verses. That was part of it. I can't remember if I did like a little bit before and that bit, or that bit and a little bit after. Country roads, okay? Yeah. Radio, why do you hate me? And no, I wasn't trying to make you cry. It's just, it's such a wholesome story about my old pal. He was wonderful, really, really wonderful man. Like, just a genuinely good person. He could be really hard for some things, but he was always really fair. He was always, like I say, he was always very like very sensitive, not in the sense that he would cry easily. He wouldn't. I don't recall ever seeing him cry. But he was very sensitive in the fact that he got attached to things, and you could just see in the way that he was that, you know, he really loved my Olma, and he really loved the house. He really loved his life. He really loved his dog. He really loved his cats and the nieces. Like, with my brother, myself, and my cousins. Sorry, we always call them the nieces here at home because they're my mum's nieces, of course. But with them, like, and with my brother and myself as well, like, there was just always so much love, and also a lot of patience. Like, if he had to be firm with us, especially like in our teenage years when we were a bit rebellious, trying to, you know, push the limits and stuff, like, eventually he would put his foot down. But you know, he was always really patient with us, and the typical, especially with like the younger cousins, which is more what I saw, like, if you're playing a game with them and they want to keep going and keep going and keep going, like, he would have a lot of patience for that kind of thing. And he would always be joking around and everything, but he was just a really nice man. And I'm not saying that because of the typical thing where, oh, a person dies, that means they're automatically wonderful. No, that's not it. He, like, I thought this before he died as well. Way before he died. So yeah. I was always really close with my Dutch Orpanoma. I mean, spending three months there every year, give or take, like if we were there for Christmas as well. So yeah, 3 months there every year, give or take. They would come and visit us every year as well. And then with all of the stuff that I've mentioned, well, I haven't specified what stuff, but with all of the stuff that has happened in our family, they were here, like they came to Spain and they spent months here to help us and be there for us, and like my Oma would drive me to school when my parents couldn't, for example, or I don't know, just like these things. They were just always there. They were really, really there despite us being in different countries. So yeah, I really love them a lot. I appreciate them a lot. And yeah, that's why I try to make sure I do go and see my Oma every year on top of the 2 times that she comes here. So yeah, and I love my Oma very, very, very much. Very much. Also, I want to be her. When I'm her age, I want her legs and I want her personality. Look, the woman's got amazing legs, okay? But yeah, also her personality, like she's very autonomous, very independent, but not to the point where she's not willing to ask for help. She's also coherent. Like she's like, okay, you know, I can do this, 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 and this on my own, but I also know that if I were to do that, it would be a bit risky, so I'm better off asking one of my sons or one of my granddaughters or someone to do it for me, or to get, you know, to hire someone to do it for me or something like. So it's like this really good balance between she is completely independent and autonomous, but also aware of limitations because of her age, or, you know, she has a bad hip. She could still move fine and everything, but, you know, sometimes she has a bad day with her hip or something. So yeah, it's really admirable. And she also doesn't let things stop her too much. Like she still travels, she goes on holiday with her sisters-in-law. She comes here, like when she comes to Spain, she comes on her own. Like my uncle drops her off at the airport and she gets on a plane. Like the woman's 80 years old and she does all of that on her own. And okay, yeah, she's done the trip a million times, but still, like you get to an age where you're like, okay, this is a lot of people, it's a lot of things happening, it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of stimulation. But no, she's like, yeah, it gets me a little bit nervous, but that's not going to stop me. So it's like she recognizes the difficulty, but she also just goes and does it. And I really admire that about her. And she's also very aware. Like she hates water, but she goes swimming twice a week because she knows it's good for her and her hip and her shoulders and everything. She eats really well. She makes sure she socializes. She also makes sure she does things that she enjoys, like her gardening, her reading. She makes sure she sees all of the cousins. She goes to eat with my aunts and uncles like 2 days a week, and like 1 day in one house and 1 day in another house. It's like she's mentally active, she's physically active, she's socially active. She has like her little church group. They put together like flower arrangements for special occasions that I may have, or someone's funeral or something. They put together flower arrangements. So she has like a whole bunch of activities. She does all of the housework herself, all of that. She's the one who taught me to sew as well, the basics. So she can do all of that at her age, independently, and she is aware of how important it is to keep doing all of that. So yeah, I really aspire to be like her when I'm her age. Like really, really would be of a huge win in my life if I were like her at her age. Definitely. Sorry, I keep going on about my family. Hold on, let me just read the shorter messages, Hank, then I'll get to yours. On his coffin, West Virginia, Meiskie. Pretty much. Your grandparents were more present in life than mine were in mine. Nice. I mean, my English grandparents weren't. Which, having that comparison, made it even more obvious how little my English grandparents were around, how little they supported my parents. So that was a huge, huge contrast for me, all of my life. And as a teenager, it's when it really hit home how big that difference was. And that's when I really became more distant from my English family. I was like, yeah, no, there's no point. So yeah. Right. I'll catch up on the messages and then we're going to continue playing because I've been talking for like half hour. sorry about that. I love speaking about my family, and I love my family so much. And I know I speak about my parents and my brother quite often, but I don't speak about my Oma or my Opa very often. So it was nice to do that. When my own grandma died when I was young, my parents didn't bring me to her deathbed. They thought it was inappropriate. I would have wanted to see and know I'd have handled it well, but she was laying down as if she knew she was going to die in her sleep and had peace with it. Okay, that's good. The week prior to death, she was very confused, like ringing my dad up at our home phone number, telling him to stop making noise from behind the couch, which logically is impossible. Yeah. Yeah, those situations are sad. But if she went peacefully, that's the main thing. That particular grandma, I know I was a reason her life got extended. She wanted my parents to get a child for a long time, and then it happened. And she completely elevated in her mood. Ah, that's cute. She loves seeing me. At the time, there was a lot of dodgeball at school, and they'd purposely try to hit anyone making it to the rest of the playground. I usually get hit until after her death, then it never hit me again, which was an interesting phenomenon. That is really interesting. From what I observed of you so far, I think you also have the same personality, Mace. It's also why you picked that independence trait from her as something you value. You already have that trait, I bet, and if you don't, it's there deep down. Dutch families can be super warm and loving. It's nice. Yeah. They can be. I don't know how or why, but yeah. Hey, Hammer. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm not actively playing right now. We got distracted talking about my family. Can I ask a question about the game? Yes, of course you can. We'll get back to it very, very soon. I will just finish replying and then we'll get back to the game. Hank, thank you for saying that I have that independence trait. I hope so. I try to. I do think it's not, maybe because, you know, life experience and everything, but it's not as well rounded as hers, and I still struggle with a lot of things, but it is always like, you know, I want to be like Orma. I want to be independent like Orma, so I should learn to do this or I should learn to do that. Also, just because I inherently love learning, but there is also like that little secondary motive in my head of, like, you know, I can ask for help, but things that I can do myself, I want to still be able to do myself, and I don't want things in the world to scare me excessively. Like, yes, something can intimidate me a bit, like traveling on your own in an airport when you're 80 years old, but that intimidation doesn't stop me, and that I'm coherent about that. You know, that I'm aware of the risks, and if I do get overwhelmed, you know, I can always ask someone at an information desk for help. Like, she has it so well balanced. That's what I aspire to achieve. Hammer. Is that how I pronounce your... Let me know how you would like me to pronounce your name. Thank you. I was going to ask, are you playing on PC? And if so, what is your GPU? I am indeed, with a PS5 controller. And my GPU is the RTX... Good question. I said this the other day on stream. 3070. Sorry, I was getting confused with my brother's one. My brother's old one. He had a 3060. So it's a few years old now. I got it 5 years ago. More than 5 years ago. So yeah. We are actually going to get back to it. Am I having a snack? No, but I am finishing my tea. Probably the reverse of generational trauma. All right, thank you for... you're welcome. You're welcome. That's what chat's for, to ask questions and to, you know, annoy me and mess with me and stuff. Y'all are welcome to do everything. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the fact that, like, in my Dutch family, it's not that it's a perfect family, and it's not that they always get on well all the time. You know, you have the occasional disagreement and everything, but it's how those disagreements are handled. I think, or like the recognition that none of us are perfect and that sometimes we can clash and things like that. I think the way it's handled is is pretty decent. So yeah. Let me just grab some water. I always say the things you love like that are who you truly are. I guess so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Have comfort. That's the real you. Life is just a journey to perfect it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean about her. You know, the woman's 79 or 80. I can't remember. So obviously she's had more time to perfect all of this than me. But that is the goal, shall we say? Right. Oh wait. Why did I go back into the game? Y'all can't see. There we go. Right, we're back to your job of screaming at me if there is a Mickey. Well, that was not useful. That did not go well. 3060 has more memory for some reason. Nvidia was drunk that generation. Really? Hey, we made it. See, I feel like I checked all of this already, so... Like, we spent ages last stream, yesterday, looking around at everything here. Then again, I didn't... Wah! I didn't check... I didn't get that tube last time. Which, speaking of... Okay. In my family, there are very fundamental disagreements. I disagree politically with my dad. He is an atheist. My mum is Christian, that kind of stuff. But we all get along super well. While we can't convince each other, we don't have to. Yeah, there's that. There's also just, like, personality clashes and stuff. So it's not anything specific. It's just, you know, all of us are very stubborn. That is a big family trait. All of us are very stubborn. All of us are very opinionated. So it's like all of us are very independent, and especially like for my cousins, and my brother and I. My brother less, but me definitely. As teenagers, like trying to establish that independence around the rest of the family and everything, like, you know, it could lead to clashes, or I don't know, like sometimes it's just like I don't like how this uncle or that aunt goes about certain things or whatever, but that's not really that relevant because on the whole they're a nice person and we get on really well and everything. So it's like you don't ignore the parts that you don't like or that you disagree with. You just sort of look at different aspects to focus on, I guess. And there seems to be like this mutual awareness about that kind of stuff somehow, like even though it's never spoken about ever. Or at least not really, at least not for me, and that might be more to do with the fact that I live far away. But yeah, it's not ever spoken about, but it's not forgotten. And any prospective Mickeys, honestly, fans, it would be ideal if one of you could just whoop, that'd be fantastic. Thanks. Personality clashes don't happen in our family, even though I am stubborn. But my parents knew how to handle it well from a young age. They always explain why certain things work the way they do, and why I must listen before they demand it of me. Yeah. I respond well to that, but not to pure strictness. I hate when authority is abused. Yeah. Agree. Agree. I feel like I'm really, really blind. Why do I feel like I spent half an hour there fighting air? Whoopsie. Does anyone see anything? Oh, that's not what I wanted to freeze. What on earth happened there? I'd love to do the scream thingy. How does one activate the scream thingy? Yes, you are. I am what? Blind? Most likely, yes. Tends to happen. Space. Also, hi Spacey! How you doing? Did I reply to you? Please tell me I replied to you. Please tell me I replied to you. I did! Haha! So you're telling me that I've walked past a Mickey? It's always been the more strict you are, the less I'll listen. The more reasonable you are, the more I'm willing to reason. Yep. Same. Same, same. Am I really that blind? Is Spacey trolling me? Pull up the Mickeys you got so far. We're looking for that one. I assume that disagreeability is also useful in your job. No, not necessarily. It's not useful nor not useful. I would say if someone doesn't know how to manage that well, it's, as a psychologist, it can be detrimental to the relationship with the patient. Because you'll disagree with the patient and not with the specific thing the patient is saying. And how you communicate that is very, very important. You must never ever put your relationship with the patient at risk. So if you want to point out a contradiction, if you want to point out something that doesn't make sense, if you want to point out something that they shouldn't have done, for example, this patient that I had who went through his romantic interests phone, like that's an invasion of privacy. You know, you shouldn't be doing that. How you communicate that is very, very important. So no matter how much you disagree with something, no matter how much a patient wants to push you into believing certain things, which can happen, hasn't been my case thus far, but sometimes that can happen, even without them realizing. I'm not saying they do this with bad intention, but without them realizing. You have to be very, very careful with how you word and how you communicate any disagreement in any way. Me and her disagree all the time, so it's usually in her nature. Yes, it is. True, one of the people who most recently tried to help me had a bit of a disagreeable nature too. I triggered him so hard. He could not handle my personality because I quote, "You remind me a lot of me." Yep, that happens. That does indeed happen. It's like, oh, who shouldn't you treat? The person that reminds you of you. Nah, depends. Again, if that's something that you can manage well, it's no problem. It's all about how aware are you of it, how aware are you of the impact it has on you, and how aware are you of your ability to manage it. So once you have evaluated all of those things, hey, do I have that one?
Let's see.
I do not have that one. How do I not have that
I'll
one?
help you find the next one.
Okay, well, now we don't need to search for anything for a while, because that was, yep. Okay, so until we've gone to Paintland, we've got nothing to search for. Except maybe treasure chests. Hold on. Factory map. So whatever's after the factory map. Really? Indeed, looks like you got it. Yep. And this is why you play the world backwards. But once he eventually understood how I worked, he could handle me just fine. You just had to understand I dismiss what he says because I wanted to be accurate, not because I am unwilling to listen. Yep. Yep, yep. Okay. Whee! Oh. Hi, Batties. Wow. He just stopped dead there for a second. Items, please. Thank you. It'd be nice if the companions could pick up the items for me. That would be quite ideal. One. Two. Three. Fine. We'll do Flare Force. I don't know how or when I'm going to do the icebreaker thingy. Like the icebreaker challenge. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Hold on. Hank, I cannot read your whole message. I need to backtrack. Which means I need to tab out the game. So give me a sec. Oh, for work. You mean about the disagreeability? Yes. We are talking about my work. I do like the Donald fire thingy. Fire finishing move. Right. Alright, what's this save point? This is the factory, right? No, still the power plant. Okay. That was blocking my view of chat, so that's going away. Sorry. Sorry, Batu. He basically just shoved an explanation into my behavior that didn't fit. So when I denied it, he got triggered by that since he would have done it for that reason for certain. Then I explained the real situation, how it actually works in my mind. And he went, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense since I agreed with the effects he observed, but contextualized the real reason." Yeah. Being able to take that step back as a therapist is very important. One of my professors, what he taught us during our role plays and everything with him was, and it's a habit that he has, so I've picked it up from him, is whenever you go to explain something to someone, you always open with, "Correct me if I'm wrong, don't hesitate to stop me if or like, don't hesitate to tell me if this is not how you think it works, how you think or like how you feel about it or how you see it. If I'm missing anything, if I've added anything that's not accurate, just tell me, it's fine. No, like, don't worry about it." So we always make sure we have that buffer, especially when you have a people pleaser patient, because a people pleaser patient will want to please you as well and is most likely going, or is highly likely to agree with you, even if they think that there's something missing or not quite right. So if you throw that in there, you show that openness to receiving feedback from the patient, because they're the expert in their problem. It's their life. They know better than we do. We might know how problems work, but they know what the problem is. So yeah, and for me personally, saying that works as a reminder for myself as well, to be like, okay, Mace, now is a moment to be very open-minded. So it's like, for me, it's a double thing. It's for me and for the patient. So yeah. That role-playing sounds so incredibly fun. Yes and no. It is fun. The issue is when you have 3 hours of class and you are tired, after 20 minutes or something, you're tired, you've been taking notes on what they're doing and stuff, and it's like that every day, 6 hours a day, it gets a bit much. You do eventually go like, okay, can we take a break from this? But no, we had our theory lessons as well. The thing is, sometimes we'd have like an hour of theory followed by 2 hours of roleplay, or an hour and a half and an hour and a half. And usually your brain would be so fried from theory that by the time the roleplay came around, you would just be like, so yeah, sometimes the roleplays weren't always enjoyable. But some professors specifically, I did learn a lot from. He was very much not the correct me if I'm wrong type. No, that's something that we are actively taught. I forced that anyway since I don't accept imposition in treatment. Yeah, no, you shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't. I assume not just people pleasing. If someone is afraid of confrontation, they would not point it out either. Yeah, that includes, at least in my definition of people pleasers, that includes like extreme pacifists as well. So yes. Let's actually see if we can synth anything. Oh, we need one of them again, because we died. Okay. Always makes me so dizzy when multiple of those things show up. I have no Damascus. I want Damascus. Photo mission. Oh, dang it.
There's a mailbox in Twilight Town.
Hold on. We need to select an area. We need to go back to... The tank yard has a CDA agent. I forgot we died after we took the picture. So now we need to go take the picture again. Also, I miss KHIII and Lee.
You know, we have you guys to thank for saving the company. Couldn't ask
Oh, you're
for
welcome.
better friends.
You gonna pose for me? No? Okay. There we go. Right. Moving on. Back to where we were. Fair. If you're tired, the roleplay is draining. Yeah. especially when you're not the one doing the role play. So, you know, you've got a class of 31 students. 31 students. You can't all role play every lesson. And you try and give each other some room to work with. Like, so everyone gets a chance to do the role play. And yeah, like, maybe all in all, because of limitations, you end up doing, like, being either the therapist or the patient, maybe 10 times in the whole year. And that's already a lot. I would say more like between 5 and 10, and the 10 is only if you're one of the really enthusiastic ones. So yeah. Right. We need to do these three as well. The tram, Zeus, and the fire. Yeah. Now we save. I once had to train people on how to do pretty intense important phone shift that all new hires would screw up. It was my responsibility to train them in a way they wouldn't. I'd roleplay a call with them, and I'd intentionally made it hell the tiniest mistake. I'd change the entire scenario to make their tiny mistake a major one, yeah. And I'd get mad at them verbally, very believable, even though they knew I was acting. Then reassured them IRL once it was done. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it goes. Right, so we need the Mickey that comes before this one. We have this one already. We need the one that comes before it. So everyone, eyes peeled. Eyes really, really, really well peeled. Anyone I trained had no complaints. Well, that's the thing. I've had professors who were pretty hard on us, but it's the way that they do it, you know? It's like, okay, yeah, I am a perfectionist, and I'm telling you to do it like this, this, and this. Or I'm telling you your mistakes very directly, but the reason is this, this, and this. And everything else I do and everything else I show indicates that I genuinely care about your development as a psychologist. Which is the case of this professor I said that we did quite a few role plays with. Eyes peeled for what? For the Mickey emblems. The next one in the list is, I will show you, that one. So when we get to the paint mark, we know we've gone too far. However, I'm not doing the best job at... I mean, I found a couple on my own so far. 2. Literally a couple. No more than a couple. But, yeah. I wasn't hard on them, they enjoyed it. After I had just yelled at them in character for doing something incredibly stupid after the fake hang-up, I'd have a gigantic smile and laugh with them a bit about it. They were shocked I had it in me, but it was fun for them to just play in the end. Yeah. Oh no, we have one professor. She was pretty hard on us as well. She actually scares me a bit. In a good way, but she does scare me a bit. She actually started crying in a roleplay, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like, this is. It was like within the first few weeks of the master's degree starting, and obviously we had no idea how to deal with it. And it wasn't me who was acting as the therapist there. It was one of my classmates, but I felt so bad for her. I was like, this is not the situation you want to find yourself in. And she's like, you know, because these things can happen. A patient can just start crying. And I now have a patient who cries pretty much every week. I've spoken about her before. The sad family situation. Well, sad life situation. And it's to do with her family. That's not a Mickey. I need another circle, like here. That would be ideal. Think visually from here. Nope. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious. So I'm missing a treasure chest.
Sully turned off all the lasers.
I am thinking about beefing up security.
I was distracted.
Randall.
Not fair. Uh-oh. Ah, it's too early on my block. Okay. We get the idea. Wow, these combos go on forever. Okay. Mickey's in the cabling or something? Piping? It was stuff, whoop. It was stuff like them getting a call that the objects were no longer arriving at a specific system, and in the setting it's 3 AM at night since the shift was, yeah. They'd ring up the correct person, he'd ask, alright, well, were the numbers the ones that didn't arrive, which I did on purpose since they didn't ask. Originally such numbers didn't exist in my scenario, but now they did. I'd go, you called me awake at 3 AM, you didn't even ask the numbers. You have to be prepared. You always have to be prepared. I felt really bad for my brother once because, so my brother's a pediatrician, and usually, when there is a birth, there is one pediatrician per baby. So in the case of twins, there should be 2 pediatricians. Especially when it's like some kind of emergency birth or like a C-section or something difficult, there have to be 2 pediatricians. And my brother had this patient who was there, I don't know, middle of the night, it's like 3 AM, 4 AM, something like that. And she was giving birth to twins. And it was an emergency operation. And my brother was the resident on call at the hospital, so he was on his own. There were nurses there, and the surgeon, but not another, like the obgyn surgeon, but not another pediatrician, and there was something wrong with the babies. And yeah, he was resident, so still in training. And he called his supervisor, like the head of the department, shall we say, his boss, basically. And he was like, yeah, I have this situation here. This woman is going to be operated on now. I am going in now. I need someone here because I can't do both babies at the same time and they're at risk and blah, blah, blah. I was just like, well, yeah, but you know, I'm on call, but I'm at home, because when you're like the head of the department or whatever, you get to go home whilst being on call, because you answer the phone to, you know, to help the residents if they have a question. You don't generally have to actually physically be there. Well, in this case, my brother needed that person there. And he ended up having to deal with the two in danger babies on his own. And I think that's one of the moments in his residency where he was like, oh my god. Because yeah, there just wasn't enough time for this department head to arrive, basically. Hey, second chance! Yes, Scream Strike also. Look at me blocking. So it's not that he got shouted at or anything. It's not, he didn't do anything wrong, but that was a moment for him where he was like, oh my god. Like, this is the reality of my job. Like your 3 a.m. phone call kind of situation. Always retain at least 1 HP if you are hit while you have 2 HP or more. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What new equipment would we have? I am very confuzzled. Oh, the Thunder Cufflink. Right. True. And in customize, it was something. The Megalixir. What did you do as a patient to make it hard for your classmates? So people would tend to go with like generic situations. Like, oh, I'm stressed about my exams, or I have a fear of, I don't know, cockroaches, or like very well limited things. And that would sometimes annoy me, because it'd be like, yeah, we will get these kind of cases, but most of the cases we're going to have are going to be about people's life. Like, it's not going to be generally one specific thing, like cockroach phobia. It's going to be like interpersonal relationships. It's going to be, I don't know, dealing with difficult situations in their life, or like a really, I don't know, just like realistic situations, like a really perfectionist person in a high flying job or a high demand job who is not willing to let go of their perfectionism, or I don't know, things like that. Like, and like the impact of that job is then seen and felt in like their relationship with their wife or whatever, and then they feel bad, and then they also have emotional problems because of that, and or difficulties because of that, and like more comprehensive cases. So it would annoy me when it would be limited to a very specific thing, because it'd be like, yeah, okay, we know how to deal with that, like let's go to the real stuff that we can get in our patients, instead of like these textbook easy situations. So I would go with my own like life story, basically. And you know, I did ask them early on. I asked them, you know, like, this is a situation. Is everyone okay with me using that for role plays? Like, I'm fine with it, but are you all fine with it? Because it's, you know, there are some shocking elements here and there and all of that. And everyone said that they were fine with it, but it does mean that sometimes a roleplay with me as the patient would be slightly more difficult for them, but also they did appreciate it as well. So that's nice. And I think it helped encourage some of them to also go for the slightly more intricate, slightly more real life types of dynamics and issues. So yeah, within the first couple months, we definitely moved away from the textbook cases. Hi, Suits. What you doing? What you doing? Are you going to actually stay at home tonight, or are you going to be out and about again? Hey, are you going to be out and about again, or are you staying home tonight? Hi. Hello, baby girl. Hello. I love you. Yes. Hello. So yeah. And yes, I'm terrible at spotting Mickeys tonight. It's okay. That's my job. When lives are on the line, it's super stressful, yeah. Yep. Especially babies. And a mother. Excuse me, what roaches? A lot of roaches. Very realistic when you are literally the patient. Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's what I said to them. Like, if I actually use my own situations, it's so much easier for me to explain instead of making something up on the fly. Like, when you make something up, it starts getting a bit janky. So whereas when it's something that you've actually lived, it's way easier to portray. Obviously. You just have to be willing to show that publicly. Come on. Treat Sooty. We can treat Suits. Would you like a treat? Boots with the fur. Hey? Boots with the fur. She would like a treat. Okay. If I had to play a patient for you, for example, I'd probably start with something avoidant, like I've been having trouble focusing, I have a lot of brain fog. The doctor said I could best visit you. That's okay. I would pry it out of you. No, there are some people who take a few sessions to open up, and that's okay. My first session, obviously it is talking about the problem, but a lot of it is just getting to know that person and making that person feel comfortable. I might only ask about the problem in the last 15-20 minutes at most. But the first 40 minutes is just get to know that person and get them to feel as comfortable as possible with you. So yeah. From there I can steer the roleplay anywhere to see if they actually get the reason I made up out. Yep. Exactly. Right, you get a treat. Come on, would you like some more food as well? Just doing a treat. You're very enthusiastic about the food, aren't you? Treat. Good job. You want some food? Go. You get tuna with sea bass. How's that? You approve? Tuna with sea bass? Tuna with sea bass is pretty good, isn't it? There you go. You get half for now, and then I'll put the other half in the fridge so it doesn't go stale. Thank you for the treat, Hank. Right. Oh, I remember now. We had like this whole section that I didn't look in because I decided to go this way and I regretted my decision. Or something like that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't go here, I think. Yeah. So, for example, that would be the intermediate one, I assume? Please tell me that's the intermediate one. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm going to assume there are some treasure chests and things around here as well. What is this all about? Ginger Cat, by the way. Yeah, she's okay. She was out all night again last night. That's 2 nights in a row that she hasn't come home, but she seems perfectly happy like that. It's so warm in the house at night. I think she gets uncomfortable and she prefers to be out. And she's walking almost without a limp now. She's starting to be able to trot along. I wouldn't say she's full on running, but she is able to trot. So that's all very good. That's all good news, I would say. I'm missing 2. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we're missing a treasure near the beginning. That's fine. Ah! Why do I keep double tapping out? So... Ooh. Oh wait, we're only missing 1. Ha! Okay. I don't remember where this is. I do not remember where this is. That's a problem. Okay, well, at least before the paint, we have nothing to worry about. All because I assumed this was the way to continue the story. And it was not. Aw. Oh no. Wait, do I have MP charge? As in, when I take damage? Hey, Figgledorf. I like your name. I'm gonna call you Fig, because I like figs. This game is psychologically training you to see Mickeys everywhere in real life. Yeah, Domination said that he saw Mickeys everywhere in real life as well. Fur growing back too, I assume? Yeah. Bit by bit. Slowly. The injury on her inner thigh is still an open wound. So we're still waiting for that to close up a bit. So there's also no fur around that area. But on the whole, she's not acting like she's in pain. She's back to playing with me as usual and all of that. Thanks so much. And Fig is fine. Okay. Would you like a quick rundown of the channel and what I stream and how I stream? Or would you not like a quick rundown of the channel and how I stream and what I stream? Absolutely. Okay. General key points is I speak on stream generally English and Spanish. Whichever language is written in chat is the language that I reply in. I have a set schedule of streaming on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Tuesday and Friday is Kingdom Hearts Day, with like the commentary in English. And Sunday is Minecraft with the commentary in Spanish. But again, I reply in whatever language it is that has been spoken in chat, generally speaking. for the rest, I 100% the Kingdom Hearts games. I have a cat. That's who we were just talking about being injured. My cat is currently injured. I have a cat. We love animals. I love tea. We always have tea on hand. You're free to ask any questions. Asuti just left Hank, but I'll give her a treat when she comes back. You're free to ask any questions. And I don't know what else is relevant. Oh, you're free to tease me as well. Like, it's most of the time my chat is teasing me. I don't take it personally. Obviously always be respectful of my family or whatever, but if it's about me or my skill issue or any of that, that's completely fine. I do not mind, even if I'm pretending to be dramatic about it. So yeah, I'll get pretty much a free pass to tease me in that sense. Always playful teasing, yes. And I tease back as well. That being said, if anyone at any point says that it's not fun to be teased, then that has to be respected, okay? And that's pretty much it, I think. Oh yeah, and I'm a psychologist, so psychology questions are always very welcome. I'm quite a psychology nerd. I love what I do. So I do like speaking about psychology. Hank is the specialist in asking me psychology related questions at this point. But yeah, so feel free to ask psychology related questions if you want to. Not mandatory. And also Zin Heaven Nederlands. Yeah, I also speak Dutch, but not really that often on stream. Today is the first time I've done it in a long time. I'll see if I can find suits in a second. I only tease my friend, though, because he deserves it. I can't bring myself to tease. Okay, that's fine. There are people who tease, and there are people who don't tease. You do? I do what? I need more context. Also, my memory is terrible. I have really bad memory. So most of the time, when you say something to me specifically about something I've said, you're gonna have to give me some kind of context, because I forget. I tease back. Oh yeah, I tease back. Yes. What's your take on hypnosis? I know patients and therapists who have said that it has worked wonderfully for them. And I have met patients and therapists who have said that it did not work at all for them. I think it can work, but in very specific circumstances and for very specific things. Not the way it's portrayed in the media. It's not the whole, oh, let me go and manipulate someone to, I don't know, go kill someone else. It doesn't work like that. Do I know how to hypnotize? I do not. We are not trained in that anymore because it's so unreliable, and it's so difficult. You need to be able to hypnotize. You are allowed to, but you need to be specialized. You need to do some courses, some specialization things, and then once you've met like a certain criteria, you can hypnotize. But yeah, my mind won't let it be. My mind won't let itself be hypnotized easily at all. It's too rational. Yeah, exactly. You need a very suggestionable patient to be able to hypnotize. I'm just gonna find the cat to give her a treat, and then we will continue playing. Sooty. He said crunch crunch, Hank. Hey! Yeah, I see your eyes. You are a shadow in the night. Except for your eyes. Sweet girl. It's basically really strong persuasion. Yep, which is why you need a suggestionable person. Because if not, it doesn't work. It wouldn't work on me either. I have managed to get suggestions into mine of close friends before, though. There's a difference between hypnosis and manipulation. Manipulation is also suggesting things, but it's different. Right, so the one we were missing... did I say I'm a completionist? I think I said that. Okay, so it's one... Oh, God. Okay. So the next one that I don't remember where it was... Hey. Aw. I don't have enough MP. Oh, come on. I swear, I'm getting MP back when I take damage. Ah! Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you, Fig. Are we all good? Everyone's happy now. Okay. Ah, this one. Okay, so now we keep our eyes peeled again, people. Hold on. I've missed messages. I've missed messages. Hank, I can't read that much that quickly. Slow down. Slow down. My sweet baby Midge cat just showed up. Ah, I got to go, but you seem nice. Thank you for the follow, and I hope to see you around again. And thank you for saying that I seem nice. Some people are super suggestionable. Yes, they are. Was never foul play though. I use it a few times to help people overcome trauma online. For a friend, it was more just making them think something whenever something else happened. Like casually saying, "It's gonna be fun tomorrow at school when the bell rings. You think of the Nyan Cat song with suggestionable friends that works so well." Yeah. Yes, it does. Like, I have limited space on my screen for the chat, like, for the chat box. Because of how my setup is placed. Part of my screen is not usable. My second screen, I mean. So everything is pretty cramped. Like, my stream feedback and everything's made sure audio is working and that it hasn't cut out and all of that. So yeah, I have limited space for my chat, and that means that messages get cut off, which is why I need to stop the game to then go and see the full message and then go back. I have limited space for the amount of characters I can type in a message to. Even that limited space is already too much for my screen, so I keep having to tab out of the game. Right, so there has to be one between here and pool. I would say the big door room. Yeah. So that's the big door room. Well, that's a nightmare. Okay. What about treasure chests? Ah, that wasn't a drop. That was actually from... So before the factory map. Jesus, okay. I'm good at chat yapping, apparently. Oh yeah, you're great to keep chat going and to keep me speaking. Which is an important thing. I'm not complaining. Quite the opposite. Because sometimes, like, I get so focused on the game, I stop speaking, and that's not ideal for a streamer. Like, you're supposed to sort of continuously talk. Maybe not non-stop, but pretty often. No, that one. That one. Okay. Right. Anyone seeing a Mickey? So we checked this room when the lasers were still on, which made my job so difficult. But we did check it. I'm much better at filling up your chat window than spotting Mickeys. It's okay, I'm way better at talking than spotting Mickeys as well, which is why we spent almost all stream. We spent 2 hours looking for Mickeys now. That's ridiculous. Mickeys and treasures. All because I refused to just look it up. Like, the ones in Olympus, I might end up looking up. But the ones here, I want to try not to. Probably since most of the time my eyes are on the chat. Taking pauses to actually do the game is common in streaming. Yeah, but not with complete silence. That's not ideal. It's when the chat is dead and you can only just game where it's awkward for new viewers. Yes. Is it something similarly like the arms combined with the fans? What if I look it up and pretend to notice? You can look it up and give me very subtle hints. But not outright tell me. You can tell me if I'm, like, in the right area. It's like, okay, in this area, you can find a Mickey. I haven't looked it up. It's gonna ruin the fun. Ah! The other day, Domination was having quite a bit of fun, giving me hints and laughing at me for not understanding them. So, you know, all depends how it's done. We're also missing a treasure chest somewhere around this area. Yeah, because this is the map. So there's a treasure chest after this that we do not have. Ow. Oh no, still before this. Okay. Okay. Wait, can we go in Boo's room? It's not true 100%ing hell if I look it up. I mean, sometimes you just got to take your own pride and eat it. Also, I'm really hungry. We can play that game if you want. I can indeed. My jaw just cracked and it really hurt. So I'm missing the 4th one, and I'm missing the 5th treasure chest. Yeah, 5th treasure chest and 4th Mickey. We are going to have yogurt with peaches. Or peaches with yogurt, however it sounds better to you. I know the Mickey now got to find a way to encrypt it for you. Okay. And the 5th treasure after the refocuser and before the Star Shield Plus.
Oh boy, let's go!
It's probably in this area, actually, the Mickey.
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
Glad you think so. I'm getting a lot of olive oil this run. We've already got this one. Yep. This one would take us where? I can't remember.
This door should take us right back to the lab floor.
That's not what we wanted. Do you have... Which would be... What? Oh, encrypting it would be easier if Mickey was digital. Do you have a good encryption strategy, Mace? Not really, beyond telling me if it's a macro Mickey, a micro Mickey, or a perspective Mickey. I will give you examples so you know what we're working with. This would be a perspective Mickey. Remember what I said about the disco balls? If you look at them from a different angle, they're like a meter apart. This would be a micro Mickey, as in it's very small. And this one and whoops, and this one, for example, would be a macro Mickey. So it's not the perspective that gives it away. Also environmental Mickeys. So you can have a macro Mickey like this one. It's a big one. But it's partly perspective based, but it's also integrated in the environment. It's not just a thing, like a stamp. So those are the clues that I get. Macro, and a good example of macro actually is in Olympus. This one, the cloud, like a cloud is macro. So the cloud would be a macro Mickey, or this one in the scenery would be a macro Mickey. Like, they are big. You just need to have the right viewpoint to see it. Anyway, so this is over here is the other one. So we need between this one and the room that we were in. Oh, okay. cool. There is no point. Right, so instead of giving you that, I will tell you the hint was actually already encrypted in your chat. I'll try to progressively make the hint less cryptic. So it's to do with encryption. Okay. Hold on, we're going to alternate with eating peaches and yogurt. The fact that my jaw is cracking makes it very unpleasant to eat. If Mickey was digital. Does that mean Mickey's not digital or Mickey is digital? I'm very confused. Mickey is digital, but if my eyes looked at the pixels that closely, it would hurt. Okay.
Oh boy, let's go!
Seems very confusing to me, I'm not gonna lie. Why is my ear suddenly hurting? What the heck? Too cryptic? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm thinking. When I'm fighting, I can't look. So...
Relax. Sully turned off all the lasers.
But I am thinking about beefing up security after that last visit from Randall.
I'm thinking the computer that's... Whoop! That's up here. That's a computer. That's what I was thinking of. Eventually I'll drop my next hint to make it a little bit more obvious. I mean, this is... It has to be before this one. I don't actually know the room, just the zoomed in shot. Yeah, no, I know the order because the one I just said it has to be before this one is that one. And the one in the next room along where we went through the door, that's that one. So it has to be in here somewhere, and I hate that it's in here somewhere because this room is horrendous to look around. Way too focused right now. Doesn't help that my companions keep walking right where I want to see. I got a room hint if you're ready, although maybe I shouldn't because the picture can be misleading. I'll hold off on it for now. Let me actually do a full round. See if I can find something.
Oh boy, let's go!
There are no computers.
This door should take us right back to the lab floor.
Okay, room hint. Please. Thank you. Right, why? What the heck, Sora? Unnecessary falling off. I feel like the looking at it that close would make your eyes hurt thing indicates that it's either a macro or an environment one. It looked digital to me, but a computer, not at all. I stared at it too long thinking it's a monitor when it's actually a wall. And you actually made the hint rhyme? Thinking it's a monitor, but it's actually a wall. Well, those are very clearly doors. I like rhyming. You had a wall full of doors at least. I mean... This is a wall full of doors. I'm not seeing a Mickey. I'm not getting Mickey hints either. That's the issue. From the game, I mean. Look digital, but a computer not at all. I stared at it for too long thinking it's a monitor when it's actually a wall. I don't get it. When I said room hint, I meant am I in the right room, yes or no? Chat's nice to me. Usually.
Oh boy, let's go!
Am I? Nice enough. Helpful. Maybe not nice, helpful. Ah, that missed spectacularly. And that one. So it was actually a wall, not a monitor.
Relax. Sully turned off all the lasers.
But I am thinking about beefing up security after that.
Oh,
last
that's where
visit from
the
Randall.
thingy one is. Now I'm looking for walls that look like monitors. Like pixels on the screen to close and it's not seen, just a bunch of colours that can look like anything to me. From far away the patterns emerge, suddenly it's a nice stream and a rhyme I didn't rehearse. What? Just a simple yes no on if I'm in the right room or not would have been sufficient. I'm not good with this. Riddles? No. Hints? Yes. So it's the door room. This room does not look right to me. Okay. So it's the door room. Once you see it, it will make sense. I mean, there's a room that has a few monitors in it. I don't know if it's the door room, but it looks like that wall in the door room if you want less cryptic. The wall with all the doors, you mean? Oh wait, no, this doesn't lead to where I thought it led. Never mind. Okay. Yes, thanks indeed. Far away, it's like pixels. Oh my god. So, you're telling me that I've been staring at this Mickey for the last 5 hours, and I'm just not seeing it? Space, does this sound familiar to you? Are we having a repeat? Blind issues, yeah, definitely. Yes. You're blind. But maybe a similarly coloured wall elsewhere. It's hard to say. There are no similarly coloured walls. Okay, so the hint I've got so far from my dude Hank is this wall. Far away? Like, there's absolutely nothing round on this wall. Nothing round, nothing rounded.
This door should take us right back to the lab floor.
Yeah, shut up. I'm not ripping my hair out like I did last time. Is that sarcasm, or are you actually not ripping your hair out like last time? Oh, Sora. I don't know if it's this wall, but this has a similar look to it. I know if you're blind, you just have a place to find. When I look at it, I am higher watching next to a railing, but your minimap looks different. Happy surveilling. I'm next to a railing. Or this railing. There are railings involved. Eh. Ah! Stop it, Sora. Why am I so blind? Why? Not fair. Man, I love the riddles. I have to say, they're not helping. They are. But they're... I'm not good at this. Like, I'm trying to find a pattern or something. By the railing. That's the only railing in the entire room, I think. I mean, does this count as railing? I'm not sure this counts as railing. Is this more like fencing? I look for something concrete like the one beneath my feet. The railing is on top and the pixels in front of me. Ah! My neighbors are gonna hear me scream. The neighbors on the mountain opposite. This platform is not concrete. Oh yeah, good point, good point. Sorry, sorry. I apologize. Are you telling me it's like a doorknob? Please tell me it's not a doorknob. They wouldn't make it a doorknob, surely. When he does his best in rhyme, she misses a remark. I said the minimap looked different, try it from the start. It may look like this wall, but it doesn't have to be this. You can't find what isn't there if the wall is what you miss. Hank, I'm starting to actively hate you. Have you tried something more adapted to your skill level, like sleeping? I don't have a good skill level with that either. Just a different wall. I've looked at different walls. That's just the monster logo. That's just barrels and doors. That's nothing. This is doors, 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 doors. That says E7. And doors. She's blind, man. You didn't look hard enough. Oh my god. That says E7. So confused. Use the damn phone. But that feels cheaty. It's not showing. Good, now use it on the right place. Yeah, no, really. Hadn't thought of that.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna take.
Do I? No, I don't. I'm going to take a Mickey. Well, I do know what I'm going to take. I just don't know where or how. I have to put it in rhyme for a final time. If you were in the right room, the minimap would look fine. It's probably quite different. It has a cigar shape in mind. Go to a different room. Okay, but which different room? I asked half an hour ago, am I in the right room? And y'all were like, yeah. So it can't be this one because that's where the next one is. Or like the previous one. And we've determined that it's not in this way either. How am I supposed to know from a cigar shape on the minimap? I've got no idea. Like, a cigar shape is a rectangle. You need to smoke a joint. I need a lot of things in my life. Like, I mean, this is a rectangle, but it's not a cigar rectangle. And that's the next Mickey, so... Also, what's with this camera angle? Oh, you despawned. Despawn! I will pull up the thing in a sec. So, let me just explain. We have this one. We have. This one we have. So it has to be the next room. Because the one in the room following that, we also have. Ah! What are all these moving doors and what is on those walls? Lots of walls with doors and pixels most of all. Maybe it's somewhere here. That part I generally don't know. But stop to realise these walls are all over your show. Yeah, I know there's the pixel walls that are actually doors, but do you know how many different places I can see those doors from? And it doesn't... Like, the only other place I can see them from is the next room. Because if I go any earlier, I'm before this one. And we have that one already. It has to be in the next room. Put up the gosh darn. I'm working on it. Impatient. Well, you'd be getting distracted. Look, this is one I just pointed out. And the next one, we're going to speedrun it. The next one, okay, Hank, we have no other options. The next one is... The next one that we have discovered, I mean. Is...
Oh boy, let's go!
Relax. Sully turned off all the lasers.
But I am thinking about beefing up security after that last visit from Randall.
The next one is this one. So this is the room space that we have to work with. Between these two. It's either in this room or it's in the door room. That's all we've got. Radio, leave Alex alone. Hi, Alex. Psychology non-question. When dealing with a difficult patient, do you face their trouble from the basement or do you try to get to a higher level with them? Radio, behave. Well, this would be the higher level. But here, we don't have your doors. So now I'm even more confused. That face. Yes, I'm confused. I'm frustrated. Breakdancing? I also haven't seen a cigar shape on the map yet. Yeah, neither have I. But this is our two options. Like, it's literally, it's this room, the basement, or the door room. That is all we have. So which one is it? At least give me the right room. Because I'm dying here. I wanted to do a whole different world today, and that's not happening. She's losing it. Yes, I am losing it. I'm getting really frustrated. Like, actively really frustrated. Right, tell me which room it is. The room. Mace, just for you, I changed the symbol next to my name. The room name ends with flan and its prefix is the same. It didn't put the banana next to my name. What? What? Bruh, go back to the door. Thank you! That I can do. And tell me if it's a macro Mickey, a micro Mickey, or a perspective Mickey. So I know what I'm working with. Or an environment Mickey. It's so big you can't miss it. I have clearly been missing it. It's pretty big considering the pixel analogy. I'm looking for everything. Right. Now you just give me warmer and colder, okay? You don't need to tell me where it is exactly. Just warm or cold. Go to the other door. We are going to the other door. I assume you mean this one. And Nicholas, I will give her a treat when she reappears. I don't know if she's there. Suits! Try the other door. That's the other door. Try it. Go. You mean go through it? But this takes you back to the last floor. Oh. Well, why did they say that it would... Ah! There's the treasure chest we were missing as well. For the love. Okay. Right, there's the banana flan. Oh, for God's sake. There. Yay! Okay. Good. I'm not doing that one yet. So we have all the treasures and all the Mickeys. I didn't go through that door because they said that it would take me back to the last floor, so I didn't bother. Also, where does this go? Where does that go? There's so many options. Do the pixel screen. Oh yeah, they made sense earlier as well. Like, it's not that it didn't make sense. It's just, I needed to know what room I was in. Someone hide the controller from her. Why? She's just very slow. I am. That's why we do only the easy hits. Oh wait, dodge the giant flan's attacks and to take out the smaller ones. Okay. Can I focus on the giant one? Oh no. I was trying to focus on the giant one. I no clue how to get here either, but it's called the banana flan. Yeah, I can see that. Banana flan is severely disappointed in my existence. I knew for a fact she didn't try the other door. Well, no, why would I? So where does this go? Where does that go? And where does this go? There's so many options. Also, where is your cigar shape? Hold on, I need to see this cigar shape that we're talking about. I wouldn't call that cigar shape. I am not going to say what that looks like. Did you enjoy the rhyming? I did, Hank. I did. I'm just not very good at riddles. I never have been. So I get frustrated with myself. Not with you, with myself. Because I feel very, very blind. When she's frustrated, common hints don't apply to her, unfortunately. Yeah. A hint like, try something you haven't done before. Or try a different door would be very obvious, but things like that I can maybe get. But like actual riddles, nah. To be fair, the hint could not. Also, Space knows me very well. The hint could not have landed if she didn't know this room existed without me knowing about the door. Yeah. Oh no! Aha! Y'all are going too fast. I can't read. I can't read. I can't read. The small bit of the arrow were not in the screenshot, only the point at the very end of that thing. Okay, fair. I'll give you a pass. There were 2 doors, so she forgot about... I mean, he said for the longest, hey, it's the wrong map. Yeah, but why would I go through a door that this dude here, this dude,
Hey, nice
Mike
camera. Take one of
Wazowski,
me.
would say, this takes you back to the laugh floor. I did not assume I would be going back into all of this. Like, this is not the laugh floor. The laugh floor is like room 1. I would have said arrow if it wasn't arrow. Fair enough. This is what I was working with. I mean, he said for the... I don't think it allows you to send links, Hank. I mean, he said for the longest it's the wrong map. Yep. You didn't look at the other door. Bro said it 3 times. It is the laugh door, just a laugh floor, just a different spot. No. This is the door room. The laugh floor is exclusively the first room. For me. Anyway, where did these go? I still don't know. Ah, right, okay, this is where I came from. Step 1, acceptance. Yeah, pretty much. Game disagrees with you, Mace. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna see that. Hey, Hank, are my difficulties helping with the burnout? Like, the level of effort that you have to make to get me to understand stuff? Where do you go? To Monsters, Inc. I should hope so. Nah. This is the laugh floor.
Let's go!
Clearly. Oh wait, no, acceptance is the last step, right? The first step is denial. Yeah, accurate. Then it's rage or something like that. It depends on your theoretic model. There's no true singular path. Everyone goes through stuff differently. So even though one theory specifically made it to the masses, that's not necessarily how it actually goes. And there are like 20 different theories that expand on each other to explain that, so... Hey! I hit all of y'all. Try the other door. Meiskie, nah, I know better. Well, because I didn't think... Hey, Donald. Thanks. You did your job for once. I want Thundaga. Oh, whoop. Okay. Yes, and then you go through here. And then you go through this one. I will reach out again in a sec. I can't see all of your messages, so I have to scroll back. Which means tabbing out the game, and that is not an option currently. Yes, you didn't think you assumed. Yes. I always assume. Come on, as if you don't know me. One thought per sometimes. Thanks. So kind of you. Hydrate. I can hydrate. I do, that's why you get frustrated. I do. I get very frustrated. Right. You. I think. Okay. That one. So we've tried... Now I don't know which way I went. We tried that door. And I believe we tried... that. Yes. So where does this one lead? A whole bunch of nowhere? Oh, this is the... Okay. I will reach out in a sec. Okay. I get the idea. We're done in this world. Haha, we are done. We are done. We are done. Thank God. Can't believe I've spent another 3 hours looking for those darn Mickeys. I did not want to spend all 3 hours just looking for these. If y'all want to help me with the Olympus ones though, because I don't want to start a world, just to end like within half hour. I'd rather do the whole world, either like have enough time to do like half a world per stream, or a whole world in a stream. But doing just a tiny bit, I don't like. And also then I get tired and I want to find a save point, and then it takes ages for a save point to show up. So I'm wondering if we should just do these two from Olympus that I'm missing. Plus I need to get pictures of Zeus. I need to go to Twilight Town, get a picture of the tram as well, and hand in postcards. Like, shall we do all of those little things? Until I either get everything done, or I get tired enough to be like, okay, we're not streaming anymore. Hey, Tutti. You got a treat from Nicholas. Yes, you got a treat from Nicholas. Yeah. Hey? But did you just ate that without chewing it? You just swallowed it whole, did you? Well done. Good girl. Hello, little suits. Are you sleeping at home tonight? Are you actually sleeping at home? Should I maybe close the door on you so you don't disappear? That'd be good. I'd like you to not disappear tonight. Yeah. Right, let me just go close the door. There, that's enough suits outsiding, okay? There. Your life isn't that sad, hey. Do you really want to spend the night outside? Then you have to spend the whole night outside again. Doesn't care. Chats. I missed messages. Don't worry, Mace, the burnout I will feel, but not from this stream or the rhyming from the barbecue grill. Well, surely this contributes. This kind of stuff I do on auto, it's easy for me to... Okay, fair enough. And I enjoyed making all these little rhymes for you. Okay, I'm glad. Radio, why do you hate me more? One thought per sometime. 75% of the Mickey looking stuff was us chatting. I mean, I did spend a long time talking about my family. Did you also get the second treat from me? Yeah, when I went outside. I did indeed. She's had lots of treats today. And she's munching on her dinner now as well. Okay. Y'all can, I am going to defrustrate by taking the pictures and going to Twilight Town. And then y'all can come up with the rhymes or hints, not too difficult, for the two that I'm missing in Olympus. In Olympus, I'm missing the first one. And I'm missing the... I dare say the fifth one. The first and the fifth I'm missing. Where are we going? That's Kingdom of Corona. Oh god, I hate how this world selection goes. Like, I would much rather just have a cursor. Is there any way to have just a cursor and I can just float between areas? I don't like the having to specifically select stuff. We're not going to the bistro. We are taking a picture of the tram. Let's not. I'm struggling all stream. Focuser. Another one. And that's it. Okay. So Zeus and the secluded forge. That's fine. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Let's see if there's anything else. The Daga trinket, midnight anklet, divine bandana. Anything else? No. Okay. Well, we might as well just go in order. Everything has to be made at some point. So. If I was the one in Olympus, I wouldn't be that little. Just a bunch of stone that got quite a bit brittle. I mean, have you seen Olympus? The whole thing is the city in pieces. That does not help at all. Like, nothing. The whole town is in pieces. So thunder goes down from what? From 52. Yeah. Do you want to piece with me? That I cannot do. You'd have to tear the whole wall down, which they didn't do. Good lord. Okay. What else did I have to do here? The postcards, the tram picture. That was it, I think. Hey, Titi, come on. Come on. Come up here. Hey. Stoots. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you really want to go outside? That badly? I mean, it's up to you. I would prefer it if you were to sleep with me. But you must go outside. You can go out. Fine. Come back, though, okay? You come back in an hour. I'll see you in an hour. Deal? No, that's my foot. Come on. Toots. What are you doing? What you doing? Come on. Come on. She looks like she wants to jump up, but she's not quite. Hey, you, boots with the fur. Hello. Hello. There you go. Good girl. There, you're up now. Yeah. She's up. And she's down. You happy now? World map. Yes. Picture of Zeus would be here. And from here, we'll make our way to the forge as well. Is the other save point closest to the forge? I don't remember.
Oh boy, let's go!
Let's see. Yeah.
Let's just check. It doesn't make that much of a difference. Okay, so Suze just wanted the door open. She didn't actually want to go outside. Oh my god, it's so good to play as Sora again. Like, actual Sora. With the okay-ish skin, I suppose. Strength and defense. Right, the way to the forge. This would be a good spot to do the freeze 30. Never mind. They all dead. Wait. No, hold on. No, no, this way. The forge is this way. You did say first one, right? Yes. No, this is not the area it's supposed to be in. This is, actually Olympus, the like Mount Olympus.
Let's see.
I'm just getting these photo missions done. But no, this is not where they are. Look, I will show you. The first one, which is in the city, in Thebes. And the 5th one, which could be in the nature area, or it could be in Thebes. I'm unclear. And we are going there now. So I hinted correctly for the first time. For the first one. You will see my issue with the hint when we get there. Give me a sec. Save point, save point, save point. Where was the save point? This way. Here. Like, you get 3 options of Thebes. All 3, pure stone. Also, each area is very big. Okay. Well, all of that stuff. Lovely. I can probably distill this to a hint that very accurately describes the screenshot I am seeing. There is more to work with. For now, let's stick to the 2 I gave you. So the wall is intact.
Everybody all right?
I do need hints if I'm in the right area. So I assume you don't know the map very well. I will run around a bit and you tell me if I'm in the right map. This one we have.
I could do this all day.
This is all broken and stuff.
Further. Keep going. Huh. Huh. Hey there.
I don't know the map at all, but I could give you a description hint if you want to. Just tell me if anything looks vaguely familiar. Just sniffing, Toots. I think I saw something familiar, yes. Okay. I mean, this is the first area of the world, and considering it's the first Mickey, it would make sense.
I hope they can fix all this.
But corner of my eye kind of thing. Okay. Unfortunately, I now saw the familiar thing twice.
Yes.
It's fine. That means I'm at least in the right area. Now, is it a macro Mickey, a micro Mickey, a perspective Mickey, or an environment Mickey?
Like they stand a chance against our heroes.
I'll repeat the riddle. Okay.
I want to help.
If I was the one in Olympus, I wouldn't be that little, just a bunch of stone. That got quite a bit brittle. Bunch of stone. Ah! Makes me think of a pile of like broken.
Wandering off. You hear me?
Yes, stay where we can see you.
Oh, we'll be fine. Yeah, the heroes will get those smelly monsters.
We haven't cleared the road yet? How long's it gonna take?
Like little piles.
Any ideas what we do with this?
Something about being little. If I was the one in Olympus, I wouldn't be that little. Just a bunch of stone that got quite a bit brittle. Not little. That makes me think you would not be a child. You would have a bigger statue than Hercules.
Lucky thing we had Hercules and his friends around, huh?
No kidding. Can you imagine how much worse this could have been?
That's just about the only things I can think of.
Oh, please. Like they stand a chance against our heroes.
Let me know once you want the next hint. Okay. Give me a minute.
We haven't cleared the road yet? How long?
Yeah, the heroes will
I would like to know, is it macro, micro, environmental, or perspective?
Hope
Especially
we
if
find
it's
some ingredients
perspective.
around here. Yeah.
So the perspective ones kill me. Not that little as in not micro, not perspective, it's a brittle wall. It's a brittle wall, but it hasn't fully broken.
Where did it even begin?
Yeah. 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 Huh.
Fixing a wall anywhere.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
I could do this all day.
I like how your mind fixates on the word little and not the word not. I mean, I said it could be that it's you are not a child,
I'm gonna be a hero.
or you are bigger than Hercules. That's the only options my mind has come up with.
Please.
Or you are a big pile of stone.
Our heroes.
But
Oh, it's Hercules.
yes, yes, it is Hercules. Everything here is brittle. Every single wall is brittle.
Just let me work.
Well, it's not going to clean itself.
Fair, may have misunderstood then. Heard it as you looking for little things. No, not necessarily. It's like bigger than a child. Or bigger than the Hercules statue, which is quite the margin.
Just let me work. I know how to do it.
The bit that's got me really confused is the brittle bit, because like the whole thing is falling apart.
We're all pretty lucky.
Nice to finally see some products back on the shelves.
A piece of art that should speak to your heart. A Red Bull of Spain hanged... Right, so I'm looking at these then. They could have moved me to the right to cover up the wall, would have covered the Mickey after all. Okay, that's one. I swear I looked at all of these bulls. Oh wait, that's the one I just looked at. Not this time around, I mean previous times. That is not the bull, not the bull, not the bull.
I could do this all day.
No, Mickey. That Mickey we already have.
You won't beat these prices.
They could have moved me to the right to cover up the wall. Would have covered the Mickey after all.
Be careful. I hear there's still monsters around.
I think there's only those three. Like I said, I've seen a bunch of these bulls now and not the place yet. But it's right next to one. Okay, let me see where else we may have these bull thingies.
Hero someday.
Sure you are, kid.
A little further. Keep going.
Maybe not literally right next to, but to the right of it. Mm. So...
Oh, I better go home.
A little further.
You can give the final hint of last element and screenshot if you need. Give me a minute.
I could do this all day.
I mean, this one is right next to, like, to the right of the bull, but we already have that one.
This all day.
Probably in other areas of the city.
Lucky thing we had Hercules and his friends around, huh?
Let me just go to the overlook. No. No, actually.
No kidding.
Let me go.
So much worse this season?
I can't remember if there are more.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Called for a hero?
Right, am I going the right way? find more of these bulls. Olive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh. Huh. Yeah.
There we have another bull.
Can't blame them. Well, don't let the kids wander up
To
there.
the right.
How much for this?
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Not what I wanted to hear.
Thank you, bitch. Keep looking.
Okay, so that's one bull. Let's see what others. There's another
Hope
one.
we find some ingredients around here.
Mushrooms? Gross.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
There is another one.
Wish I had Herc strength.
We should, considering all the practice we get.
And every time we come back strong.
Yeah. Huh. Huh. Huh.
This leads up to the gardens, I believe. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Huh.
I'm so
I think I'm out of bull posters. Final hint 3 times. Uh,
Yeah. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
since you'd eventually find it with bull posters, here you go. Mace, if you run too quickly, you run past me on the wall. When your steps bring you upwards, you have passed me after all. I would look down upon those steps, every one you take. Next to me, that bull thing, and a bunch of crates. Oh boy. I mean, I just broke a bunch of crates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a hint at wall running?
Yeah. Huh.
Not wall run here.
Okay, what's next?
I've never been up here. I don't think I've ever been up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Huh.
This'll be a
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah. Huh.
Mickey is on a wall, hence wall.
How's the missus doing? Like any better?
Yeah.
You kidding?
Bunch of crates. Thing is, I've been breaking them.
Just great.
Okay.
Huh. Huh. Yeah.
That one didn't have a bunch of crates. That one I don't remember. How to get there, I don't know. I just told you exactly what's in the screenshot. And it's not any of the 6 that we've already looked at. I do have a location hint when you truly can't find it, but I'll let you try this one a while. I mean, I've already looked closely at these bulls. I can try one more place. Here. You haven't recognized things, okay. That's fine. That one we already have. So this is way too far in the game already. Let me jump down.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Right, more bull posters. There's a bull poster. With a bunch of crates.
Just imagine the yummy stuff little chef will whip up with this.
You do think it's this one rather than the previous one. With this one, you mean where I am now? No steps on this bull poster. This map. Okay. Run too quickly, you run past me on the wall. When your steps bring you upwards, you have passed me after all. I would look down upon those steps everyone would take. And next to me, the wall thing, and a bunch of crates. That makes it sound like it's along a staircase.
You called for a hero?
That one? I already have that one. Or not. Did I really not have that one? How would I not have that one? Wow, okay. Thanks. I've gone through here 20 times. I think I might have looked at it and gone, no, I already have that one. Because, I will tell you for why. I think I know why. Because for some reason in my brain, that was that one. Like, the fact that it was carved out of the wall made me think of that one and that one. But, okay. Sure, that works.
How's this for ya?
And the 5th one would be... Hint quality good? Hint quality good, yes. Which one now? The 5th one. Number 5. I need to know if it's in the city or if it's in nature. Let's start there. I need a second. I'm going to stand up a bit. My back My lower back is hurting. And do a stretch. Yeah. I should probably put some eye drops in as well. And grab some lip balm. You know. But Tony has been absent. He's gonna lose a stream streak. In a bright land, some mountainscape, okay. Stone is getting hot with the sun in my face. I'm not that large, but what I am on is tall. I just wish I was on its shadow side. It's a pillar after all. Okay. I have ideas. Up. Now I need a save point. Can you tell me where there's a save point? That would be useful. That may be harder to Google. Not really. Up here, up here. Yeah. Look at my memory go. I'm so EP. Select an area. I don't want the summit. I would like everything before that. But okay, I guess we go. We work backwards, I suppose.
Come on, fellas.
I'm gonna run through here because I can't be bothered to deal with the enemies. Through the enemies with photographers, not problem solvers. So this one we already have, and that's a later one. So we know that much. I think I know where you mean, possibly. Hi, Titi. Hello. What you doing? What you doing? Hi. Hold on. I want to try and land on that pillar there. Hey! I landed on the pillar. Hello, Toots.
This some ingredients?
Hey, Titi. What you doing? Go sleep. We'll find this Mickey and then we go bed. Deal? So where I'm thinking is whoop. Not where I wanted to go, but okay. Ooh. This would be a good spot to do the rage form thing. If it weren't for the companions. We're not where I think it is yet. Hold on. We're not there yet. The save point is miles away. Just wanted to check that up. Boots are so cute. She's lying half in the door, half out the door. She's like sort of hanging out the door. Oh, hold on. We went too far. Sorry. 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 It is the correct kind of sunny where you are. Yeah. I went too far. Sorry. One sec. Over enthusiastic, wasn't I? Come on. Come up here. Come on, Titi.
You called for a hero?
Will you play with your toys? We've got lots of toys. I missed you last night. Hey. Oh. Not used to you not being around. Go. Yeah, I went way too far. Was it this one? Think it was. Oh, whoop!
Let's see.
Found it.
Nice picture, Sora.
Again, how did I not see this when I walked through here specifically looking? Anyway, we are done. Haha. I cuddles with the cat, yeah. She's not the cuddling type, sadly. I wish she were, but she's not. And that's okay. Every cat has its own personality. She is very affectionate, she's just not cuddly. She will not be held, picked up. That. I'm just about able to give her kisses on her head now when she's lying down. I think she'll get cuddlier as she gets older, but right now she's way too young and playful. So, it took a little while for her to start wanting the strokes as well. She's a rescue, and we don't know what's happened to her previously. So, it took her... I'd say it took her a solid month, at least, to start asking for strokes. And that was me actively going to her and giving her strokes and everything. And that was for her to even start. For her to be as demanding as she is now, that took a while. My cat wasn't always, but if she wanted to cuddle up sleeping, she'd sleep super tight to your body. Yeah, my old cat did that as well, Puma. My previous cat, who died in 2021. So I'd had 5 years without a baby. Well, 4.5 years without a baby. Yeah. 4.5 years without a baby. And then Suits came along. Yeah. But yeah, no, he was super, super, super cuddly. And he would always be sitting on me or lying on me. Wherever I was, he was as well. Like now, all this time during the stream, he would have been on my lap asleep, or he would have clambered up and like wanted me to hold him here so he could sleep with his head on my shoulder or things like that. Like even in the summer when it was really hot, he would still want to be super close to me all the time. It would have been very difficult to stream with him actually because he was so attention heavy. But Suits is definitely not. She's attention heavy in a very, very different way. And that's also fine, like don't get me wrong. I do like the physical affection that Puma used to have. I really enjoy the cuddling just because that's how I am as well. But I also really enjoy like her form of her love language, shall we say, isn't the cuddling. She has a different love language, and I find her love language really sweet. She's just really, really cute and also very funny. But she's so sweet. In a way that Puma wasn't. Like Puma was also really sweet, but in a very different way. So it's nice to see this as well, and to sort of learn a different love language. She's currently chasing the shadow of my hand on the floor. Like I'm moving my hand like this, and she's chasing my fingers on the floor, and she's doing like all kinds of weird shapes to try and catch my fingers. She's like twisting herself round and pushing herself with her back legs against the chair and stuff like that. I think she's staying in tonight. Aren't you, Suits? Yeah, 2 nights out is more than enough, isn't it? If you had not found the right pillar, I had something like this in my mind. I mean, it was completely accidental. I was going somewhere else. I can show you where I was going, actually. The grass is very green. That much I can see. Rumor has it there's a temple behind me. That's a good one. Look. Oh, wait. No, I already left. I will not be showing you. But yeah, it's like this, it's this sort of enclosed area where there's a lot of sun coming in, and there's some mosaics, and there's like a big statue, and there's some taller cliffs, and some pillars. So I was aiming for that, but the grass hint would have helped me backtrack. Did you enjoy the effortlessness of my rhyming? I did indeed. I did indeed. You're very good at it. My cat had different moods. If you asked permission, you could usually pet. Very playful too. Ran up the stairs like a kitten would when actually seeing you with heart issues. Aww. Dot couldn't even believe it. And when she wanted cuddling and petting, she'd come to you kind of thing. Yeah, that sounds much more like your usual female cat. I mean, Suits is female as well. Female cats, in my experience, we've had a lot of cats. They're less about the cuddling. They're very attention heavy, but less about the cuddling. Male cats are more cuddly, but female cats, they will cuddle. I've found more when they're a bit older. But when they're still very young, female cats are not very cuddly at all. Like, it took my brother's cat probably a solid 7 years before she would start cuddling with anyone. So yeah. Anyway, I'm off. I'm gonna go. Thank you for the hints, Hank, and the help. We finally got those stupid thingies. I need to go for a shower. And I'm going to the beach tomorrow, and I don't know what time. Yeah, we finally got the stupid Mickey emblems. That it was really bothering me that I didn't have the ones in Olympus, which is kind of why I wanted to stream today. I was like, I might as well get the ones in Monstropolis as well. Hey Toots, your leg is looking a little bit red. Do we maybe need to disinfect it a little bit? Because it's all looking a bit red. Yeah, we don't want inflammation. And we're staying inside. I'm going to close the door now. Anyway, I will see y'all. Oh god, Sunday. No. Y'all will see me on Sunday, not tomorrow, and y'all will see me on Tuesday. And then Wednesday I travel. I will be gone. It's on my Twitch schedule. I will be gone until the 10th of August. So I'll see y'all on Sunday and Tuesday. Monday maybe. It depends on my plans. I'm not sure what I have planned. I need to pack and stuff as well. Tuesday's gonna be a bit tight actually. Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about that. But yeah, Wednesday I travel, so y'all won't see me for almost 2 weeks, so a week and a half. And then I will come back. And we'll go back to more often streams. Might pick up Ghost of Tsushima then. I don't know. Since I saw it, I was like, actually I really want to play. So we might start that one after. Dutch IRL stream. We got great 4G. Yeah, I don't have my setup in Holland, so like I'm traveling literally with one backpack, so yeah, I'm in Holland for 5 days, and then I think it's 5 days, and then another 5 days in Switzerland to see my brother. So yeah. What you doing, Toots? What you doing? You're bored, aren't you? And you want attention. I'm gonna go give her attention. I'm also going to try and disinfect her leg because it's looking a little bit red around the injury. And we don't want that, do we, Toots? No, we do not. Phones can stream. Yeah, but not with the game. I will see y'all on Sunday, okay? Not tomorrow because I'm out at the beach in the evening. So, yeah. Be good. Be nice. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Or weekend because it's starting now. And yeah, I'll see you at the end of your weekend. But if I don't catch you, enjoy your holiday. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy the start of your August. Yeah, be good, be nice. Don't be heartless, and I will see you on Sunday, okay? Bye-bye.